Okay, so Venezuelan gangs have supposedly taken over these apartment complexes. Now,
in Colorado.
yeah, I'm getting a lot of shit from friends on the internet because I've heard stories that the owner of these apartment complex is like the world's greatest slumlord. Like
I want to see if it's false, fake news regarding the gangs inside the buildings. Can you take me inside and give me a tour?
¿Pasar ahí por ahí?
Sí.
¿Sí?
¿Sí posible? Ok, vamos. ¿De Venezuela?
No, yo soy de México.
México, ok. Muchas personas aquí tiene papá.
Yo no he visto ninguna pistola.
Ok, so muy tranquilo.
Sí, yo estoy tranquilo.
Ok.
Aquí estoy tranquilo.
Ok. ¿Qué? ¿Cuántos por rent? ¿Cuántos dólares por mes?
¿Renta?
Renta, sí.
Están cobrando como 1.300, 1.400.
Okay. It's pretty chill up here. Pretty nice place. Got a nice view. 301? Oh, es aquí. Un momento, yo quiero mirar un video. Póntate. Este.
Ese apartamento no es aquí.
¿A dónde eres? It's a white door. Maybe they got a new door?
Hay diferentes apartamentos.
Diferente.
Y
¿Allí?
todos los edificios tienen la misma puerta, 301. Pero no.
like he's a giant piece of shit.
That's what people are saying.
Right? So, like, that's playing into this right now. Like, this guy went in and this woman took him around. No running water, no hot water, bullet holes and everything. And it's just like, I get that they're illegal, man. And, like, that doesn't mean they're not human beings.
Right. What's the point of saying? Are they trying to say we shouldn't care about it because he's a slumlord?
No, that we shouldn't care about because they're here illegally. I think that's, like, part of it. And, like, I'm sorry, dude. They're human beings, right?
Yeah,
and they have the right to like basic necessities, like running water, a place that isn't falling apart,
not being terrorized by gangs in America,
especially if they're paying $1,000 for rent. I mean, that's not a lot of money, but that's still a lot of money if you're here illegally.
Dude, I never paid more than $1,000 for rent until I moved to California. I can tell you that.
So I'm getting shit about that because supposedly this plays into the whole thing. That, it's Section 8. So these people got moved in. This landlord gets money from the.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Fed funny money. Yeah. Right.
Fed funny money, and then then he doesn't take care of anything. He's like a slumlord piece of shit. But if there's any part of this story that gives me hope, and it's just like I don't necessarily think that just because someone's here illegally, okay? I know it's going to sound like I'm about to go progressive. I am not. I don't think my grandparents came here through the process, okay? I don't hate people trying to get here, but this globalist move to flood everything, and it's coming out more and more, okay?
There's a reason they don't want a lot of these people documented. I'll just say that.
It's just crazy because now you got like the people are talking about how like they open up like giant boxes that have been mailed and it's guns.
What?
Yeah. So anyways, the best part of this story is I've seen, and I'm not even talking about the Hell's Angels story, which turned out not to be true because there was like some weird kind of biker rally happening. They weren't going there for that.
Over the weekend, anonymous far-right social media accounts were claiming that the Hells Angels Outlaw Motorcycle Club was coming to Colorado to fight Venezuelan gang members. Only issue, there is no evidence that that is true. The video used as evidence either did not show the Hells Angels or were taken long ago. One video shows motorcyclists at Sturgis. Another is video out of Brazil from July. There's a third video that shows a convoy of motorcycles flanked by a police escort, which would be pretty off-brand for the Hells Angels. But that didn't stop the claims from getting millions upon millions of views after they were shared by conservative influencers and even some elected officials, like Colorado Republican State Rep Ryan Armagost.
But like real-ass gangbangers are starting to show up and be like, you ain't doing this in my country. Like, I've never been more proud.
American gangbangers.
American gangbangers. Like, real-life criminal gangbangers are the most patriotic dudes out there who are just showing up full face tattoos, like horrible face tattoos going, yo, homie, we're here to, like, put this out. You ain't coming in to our country and like pulling this. And then they're like, yo, dog, you here for this? Like, yeah, dude, we're here to put an end to these Venezuelan gangs. I'm like, thank you, gangbanger.
Gangs in Chicago are angry over the influx of migrants and criminals in their city. They say money that should be going to the African American community on the South Side is instead going to what they call non-citizens, and warn that turf wars between Chicago's gangs and groups like Venezuela's Tren de Aragua could see Chicago, quote, go up in flames. We spoke to a number of young, hardcore gang members, as well as gang elders who have retired from the life, and just regular citizens who are very much part of the community. And they're all furious at the estimated $500 million that's reportedly been funneled toward new migrants in Chicago since 2022. And they aren't happy either about what they say are Venezuelan criminal gangs that are leaving the shelters and spilling out into the South Side into abandoned buildings. I spoke to Tyrone Muhammad of Ex-Cons for Trump, who runs a street patrol and violence prevention program. He's gone straight since his days as an enforcer for the Gangster Disciples. And he said the situation is very tense on the South Side as turf battles between the local gangs and Venezuelan migrants heat up.
It is impossible to release gang members and criminals into our country through the borders and broken walls, and then infiltrate them in our community that's already impoverished, that's already broken, that's already disinvested. And when the black gangs, the leadership in the black gangs in Chicago get fed up with the illegalities and the criminal activity of these migrants or non-citizens, the city of Chicago is gonna go up in smoke, it's gonna go up in flame, and it's gonna be nothing that the National Guard or our government can do about it when the bloodshed hit the streets, blacks against migrants.
What if this is the only thing that brings the Bloods and the Crips together finally?
Dude, because they're talking about this shit's about to pop off in Chicago, and Chicago gangs are like, it's not happening. It's not happening in Chicago. We'll put an end to that. And I'm like, is that what happens? That the lawless are the only ones are going to give us laws?
Yeah. Hey, there's honor among thieves. You know?
Dude, isn't it crazy that, like, the criminals are the ones who are like, yeah, if you hurt children, we're going to slit your throat. It's like, yeah, we're murderers, we're arsonists, we steal, we're drug dealers, you know, we kidnap people. But if you hurt kids, we're going to jack you. There just seems to be this line that I respect, right? It's like, okay, we're the gangbangers here, not you Venezuelans.
You guys, yeah.
You go back to your country and gangbang. We're the gangbangers here.
We do the shakedowns in this country, motherfucker.
Because think about it. There is another gang coming into their territories.
No, totally. Yeah, no, yeah. I just wonder what do they do with them once they've kicked them out? You know, do they actually take them to ICE? How does that work?
That's a great question.
What do you do?
That's a great question.
Where do they go?
That's a great question.
You know, nobody has more trouble finding a job than a gang member from another country who can't get gang work in this country.
I totally agree,
what do they do?
Johnny. I totally agree.